It's all good because it's that time of year when we are looking to spruce up our yard or home with plants, and the Desert Botanical Garden is having their spring plant sale. So let's head out live to the DBG and find out more about the sale with Kenny. Good morning, Kenny. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Brad?
Oh man, this is a great time because we see all these wonderful type of plants throughout the Desert Botanical Garden, and now we can get them in our own backyard or our house. How many plants are out there? Are you guys selling the whole garden?
It's a big sale. There's probably close to 30,000 plants here. We haven't counted them all, but about 30,000, and all kinds of things from cactus, shrubs, ground cover, trees, you name it, we got it.
Okay, and what's also great too is that people who might not have a green thumb get an opportunity to come out and talk with you because you have some classes and some pop-ups happening for people to learn about, of course, being a gardener.
We do. It's exciting because the entire horticulture staff is here as well as volunteers, and these are the people that work with the plants every day. So they're knowledgeable. They're going to help you get the right plant for the right space, and sometimes if you go elsewhere, you may not get all that years and years and years of knowledge. So it's a great class. There's also classes, where you're going to have an opportunity to learn a little more about growing plants. We had a real tough summer, so they're going to focus on things that are really tough for your yard. So you'll get a heads up on that.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk a couple things about plants, especially those who might just be moving here, thinking about putting plants in, and that is our cacti. And people think that you need to water cacti for some reason. Why is that, Kenny, when you're not? That's the best plant to have in your yard for not watering.
Watering is still important. You think about it, if someone put you out in the desert, you'd need a little drink every now and then too, but the amount of water is the critical part and the time of year. So if you get that knowledge and you understand, the right time and the right amount, I think you'll be in good shape. But in general, you're right. You're better to err on the side of too little than too much water when it comes to cactus.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about, of course, time very quickly about this because there's Members Day and then there's just the general public day going on for the sale, right?
That's correct. Our Members Day, we give them first opportunity to come and shop, and that's on March 14th. And then it's open to the general public beginning on the 15th and into the weekend, the 16th and the 17th. There are still spots available too. We've had a lot of early reservations, but we do have spots open on the weekend. So if you go online, you can make a reservation there. And we do that so that we want to make sure everybody gets a parking spot and there's plenty of room for everybody and it's not mayhem out here.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you, I guess it's not a hard plant, but what would be one of the hardest plants to keep alive in the desert? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that's a good question. And I think sometimes people make the mistake of thinking, what I grew when I lived in New York or what I lived back east, I want to grow that out here. That's the mistake that people often make. And if they can embrace growing desert plants, and we'll help them with that, then they may be able to figure out what they'll be successful with. Because the last thing you want is them to come here, buy something, bring it home, and then a week later they have problems. So I think it's more about, like I said earlier, choosing the right plant for the right space. And if you do that, you're going to have success. If you want to grow something that's, from back east, you're going to have some problems.
Yeah. Let's talk succulents really quick as we're doing this. This is something that people really need to pay attention to. They look beautiful. I don't see any of the little succulents around. And the thing about those grow like wildfires. They grow like crazy, and that's why you want to make sure you have the right spots for them, right? Oh, did I lose Kenny?
All day long.
Oh, Kenny, say it again.
You want to be actively. Oh, sorry. There are many plants you really do want to make sure you have the right sun exposure, and that's key to things doing well. And you mentioned succulents. Succulents really do tend to like a little afternoon sun protection. So if you have a canopy or a tree or an eastern exposure, those are great spots for these. But not everything is really meant to grow in full sun all day long. And again, that's something we'll help you with. And you can see signage that we're panning to now that talks about the specifics of each plant.
Yeah. Kenny, this is awesome. Again, it's the Desert Botanical Garden Spring Plant Sale. You got to get out there, over 30,000 plants. Thursday for members, and then throughout the weekend it is for the general public. And also members, you want to make sure you get into those pop-up classes that they're happening too. So Kenny, thank you very much. And information is on the Desert Botanical Gardens website, or you can head over to azdailymix.com.